Something I've been asked a few times is about the snowflake shape, and I know people are sometimes concerned about how long it can take to make a snowflake piece, and how many of them they're going to need for their base. And there's one shortcut that's already available in that you can, instead of having the cog on the inside, you can have the simpler hex, which is available if you get the professional toolkit these days, or if you've got one of the higher reward levels during Kickstarter. So that saves your time somewhat. Now, I'm quite happy making these snowflakes. I like the security of it all, the way it all fits together. But this is what I'm going to show you here is a suggestion that one of my German backers, Niels, made. He said, well, he's paraphrasing, of course. He said, could you just have a single layer, a single row of snowflake hexes around the edge of your battlefield, and then but you wouldn't really need it in the middle. And what he's getting at really is that I don't think it would work with a single row, but with 2 or possibly 3 rows. I think 2 is probably enough rows. You can achieve it. And what you would do, in the same way I've described previously, how you can make, if you've got your hexes on your snowflakes on the edge of your board, it's quite desirable to have a smooth edge on it, which you paint. Just so when the board is fully assembled, you get a nice smooth edge and you can't see these bits sticking out of the bottom. It's purely aesthetic thing. So what you can do is this, with the same principle of having these with one straight side, or for this purpose, some of them will need to have 2 straight sides. You can sort of build a normal snowflake border of 2 hexes wide, and at the edge of those 2 hexes, these ones here would have a straight edge. See, this one, I haven't made any of these, so this is sort of a mock-up of how it might look. But you can see how along the edge of this area you would have smooth edges all the way along. And then you can, the remainder of your base, on the inside of your board, could just be sort of the normal ones, obviously with a hex rather than a cog shape, if that's what you want to do. And you can position those in, and they should be locked in. I can't replace them in all these spaces because of these, but in principle you can see how this would work. They would all fit in, and they should be locked in very well. And you would lower your pieces into those as normal. So I hasten to say I haven't really tried this. I've laid it out like this before and can see that it will work. I've not tried it over a really big battlefield, which is where you get the most benefit from doing something like this. You'd save the most effort for those what would be snowflakes in the middle of the board. But I don't know if over a very long, if you're going over 6 or 8 feet long table, whether there will then be too much flex in the board. I think it'll probably be okay, but even if it's bad, you could have a board around the edge and a bar of snowflakes going across the middle if you found it problematic. So I think it's definitely a workable idea. And when Niels suggested this to me, one of the things I thought is, well, if you're going to have a piece like this and you're going to have your cog or mini hex, micro hex inserted into it, it's not really serving much purpose anymore, Could you not just get an oversized hexagon, extra deep one? So it'll be 15mm on the top here to match up with the other ones, but it's actually 22.5 millimeters, as in 7.5 for the millimeters for the depth of the snowflakes, and another 15 for the for the depth of the grass next to it, for a total of 22.5mm. And you could do that, and that would work, and it would save you effort on these individual hexagons, but I definitely would not recommend that as an idea, because that means that these pieces you're making for the middle can't be used anywhere else on your board. You know, they're not going to be modular to the extent which we want. We want any hex we build to be usable anywhere on your battlefield. That's really the idea of this. And if you're going to have to make a subset of your hexes which are 7.5mm thicker, that's a real waste of time. I think that's a definite false economy. So a brief thought I had, don't recommend that whatsoever. But this idea of having an area in the middle of your battlefield, like if you imagine you've got a big battlefield, a 8 foot by 4 foot battlefield, and you're allowing for on the edge here, what's that? 4, 6. It's about 8 inches, 8 to 10 inches around the edge. That's going to leave quite a big area in the middle, which you can use these simpler hexes. So it's maybe something worth considering if you haven't already invested in making these snowflakes. So I think it's an interesting idea, one to consider. Personally, I wouldn't go for it because I'm quite happy making these snowflakes. As I said at the beginning, I like the confidence it gives me that it's all really secure. Okay, I hope that's helpful or food for thought if you're contemplating how you're going to set out making a big battlefield. Okay, thanks.